Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I cover nostalgic, obscure, otherwise strange content. Every Christmas, friend of the channel and fellow YouTuber Anton Wong sends us just a crazy bananas Christmas movie to talk about. Apparently the one this year is called I Believe in Santa Claus, and I haven't seen it yet, but it is supposed to be a lot. Oh, Perry. Alright, Perry, let's see what I Believe in Santa Claus is about, huh?
No hope of finding French couple alive.
Oh.
Special note, parents missing in Africa since June.
Oh no. Perry? Perry, we need backup. We need help, Perry.
You're both such savory little morsels. I don't know which of you to eat first.
No, absolutely not. We're not doing this alone, Perry. He has to suffer with us, Perry.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where we unleash the power of video, and in today's video usually I talk about something like sound equipment or teleprompters or anything like that, but in today's video I'm actually going to be reading you guys my very special Canon and Panasonic fanfiction. Canon looked lovingly into Panasonic's eyes as she felt gripped by the grip of her grip, and she... Sorry, I'm getting a call. Hello? Hey Avery? Oh, cool. Backup, like me. I think, can you just do it? Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. I'm scared.
I flew all the way out from Toronto to come visit Avery specifically just for this video.
Every year you send me like a weird Christmas movie, and this time I was just like, you're gonna have to come and help out with this one.
First year was Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny.
Who will set old Santa free? Who will give me a helping hand?
And then last year was...
Santa Claus versus the Devil.
He almost ran into the moon.
What? How? Meanwhile, Satan's just still chilling on a rooftop. I guess waiting for Santa to get there so he can try to kick his ass or something? I don't know.
Yes, and then this year is I Believe in Santa Claus, which let's just read the synopsis. In this Christmas classic from France, Santa Claus must secretly rescue hostages with the trusty help of child soldiers, a fairy princess, and an ogre.
Child soldiers, huh?
Yes.
Are you guys okay in France? What's going on in France? This is a Christmas classic? I want to know on what level this is a Christmas classic.
In the same way that, like, I guess The Room is a classic?
The Room is a classic, but in the way that it's so classically bad that we all love it.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
Yeah, this is from 1984. We haven't watched this. I just clicked into one quick part where he was trying to tell the children not to be afraid of wolves, and I didn't even see any wolves. I was just like, I'm just gonna save the rest of this for the video.
Yeah.
It's on Tubi for free.
So, watch it. Or don't.
Or just let us suffer so you don't have to.
Good thing is that it's only an hour and 17 minutes.
It's actually not, because we're at the 28-minute mark. It's actually... Oh, no, it is. I thought we were... I thought that was ours. Okay, I believe this is dubbed in English.
Usually, when we do collaborations, we
You're the one with, like, all of the information.
And then I, like, pre-watch it and then record commentary. This is, like, going in blind.
We're as confused and curious as you are. That drawing of the reindeer is just funnier the longer you look at it.
You ever see those 3D rendering depictions of what children's hands, like, drawings are? Like, hand turkeys? Like, actual...
It's horrifying.
It's terrifying.
Thing of nightmares.
So we won't play ball.
Alright, we're 2 seconds in, we have a character who's a sad boy. Certified.
That was my Spotify Wrapped personality.
What? He just threw, like, all of his weight against her.
That was a really quick hard cut. Like, the kid hardly kicked it.
Yeah. How did it even happen?
He was the one.
pan over to the one kid.
I like the way he holds his arms out. It's like
Yeah.
me in high school when I was trying to look bigger than I was.
Let's go.
Don't drag the kid by his ear. Also, why does this, I assume, teacher, he's like the stereotype of like every French man. He's with the hat and the
sweater.
And the sweater, yeah.
He didn't break it, you did. Yes, but being locked up always scares me.
He locked him in the closet? This has to be against some kind of code.
Well, maybe not in France in the 80s.
I just already feel so bad for this kid.
There we are.
Like, parents and grandparents in movies tucking kids in, always tuck them in with, like, perfectly folded back sheets.
They know something we don't.
Movie magic.
Good night.
Oh, he's kissing his parents goodnight.
Oh, did they die? Oh, the 80s sound.
Yeah, it's so 80s.
No more school, no more room, no more working like a mule.
Oh, I didn't know that this was a musical.
Oh god, are we getting a copyright strike again?
Nah. Yeah, thankfully we never got a strike. We just got a claim.
Bits of string and a thing, colored lights and angel wings.
We should listen to how the song sounds in French.
I thought it was gonna be like a dubbed in English, but it seems like she's like singing the English verses, right?
Church bells ring, children sing.
Yeah, it is.
Fabulous! I mean it! What a chorus!
Now it's
Now
being
it's-
dubbed.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Philip, what do you want Santa Claus to bring you?
Gave that kid an actual candle. Feels dangerous.
Have you seen that one TikTok of that girl playing with sparkler, very pretty like, and then some boy in the background runs with the sparkler yelling, "Somebody gave me fire!"
Yeah.
Somebody gave me fire!
That's
That
what-
sound. I love that sound.
Now then, what will you ask for?
I want a walkie-talkie.
One singular walkie-talkie? You're gonna need two. He threw a rock. What?
He threw plaster at the child?
At the child? I also like that they dubbed just the laughing.
Yeah, in English.
Laughs in English instead of in French.
What have you got on your cheek?
An adult threw plaster at me, a small child.
You never said what you want Santa to bring you for Christmas. Huh?
I want my mother and father.
Oh my god, is Santa gonna raise the dead? Because that's the only thing that could make this possibly weirder than the synopsis.
You wait. On Christmas Day, I'm going to roast you and eat you with oyster stuffing.
Jeez, dude. Kid's like 6 years old.
Also, the teacher really saw that too. The other teacher.
Nobody did anything about it. Although the mean teacher, for some reason, he kind of looks like Rhett McLaughlin, playing like the stereotype of a French person.
Yeah.
Dear Santa Claus, this year, don't bring me any toys.
Oh, this is so sad. How does this setup get us to child soldiers?
I feel like the more questions we ask, the more we're gonna be confused. So.
Yeah. Well, we haven't given them that much time yet, so they have to get to A to B somehow.
And you all wrote Santa's address, huh?
Did you ever write letters to Santa?
No, we didn't. My parents didn't do Santa, so
Oh,
like
right.
when I was like, "Mommy, who's Santa?" They're like, "Oh, he's not real." It was just like,
Killed it real quick.
yeah.
No hope of finding French couple alive.
Well, hold on. Let's
Wait.
let's replay that.
I
Hold
gotta
on.
go back.
Taken hostage by African rebels.
Oh, his parents were taken hostage. They're not dead. They're prisoners of war.
The ultimatum that they sent to the Prime Minister expired 2 months ago.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. We're like, what, 10 minutes in? Not even? 6 minutes. Wait,
9
9
minutes.
minutes in. I don't have my glasses on.
If you wish for something very hard, your wish will always come true.
They had to rewrite that for the English dub.
They
I guess.
did. I wonder if they made it with a alternate, like, English version in mind.
Yeah, probably to like get the English audience.
Stop all your crying business.
What for?
Oh, we're singing again.
'Cause there's a Father Christmas.
You sure?
The cut back and forth is funny.
Lives in Rovaniemi, that's in Lapland. You should know.
Is this the same song she was singing before?
I don't think so.
For the last day of school before vacation, are you all happy that we're going to visit the airport at Roissy?
Things happen very, like, there's no build up to anything. Things just kind of happen one after another. We're like, oh, okay, we're doing this now.
But why English songs?
Yeah, just the songs they did in English.
Or did they do an alternate version in French?
That is interesting. I would be interested to know.
Post editing, Avery, can you figure this out for us?
singing in English, so that I'm like, did they do 2 takes? One where she does it in French? It's a lot of working hours for those kids.
Now y'all keep still listening.
So is she flying the whole class somewhere?
Oh, to the North Pole area?
Now we're just pretending. Fine, we'll fly to,
Let's go for real.
We can't do that. It'll be almost real.
Okay, they're not going for real. I was like, wait, in France they just let teachers fly students to places?
Well, I'm sure high school students. Or
High school students, yeah,
secondary
but they're
school
like
students.
5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
She also needs more teacher's aides for this many kids.
If I go to see Santa Claus, and if I'm real polite, I bet he can get my mama and papa back.
He's like, I'll steal a plane.
If I want it to, it will. You have to have a ticket.
Ah, here are the 2 children we've been waiting for. I looked all over for you.
Oh, he just manifested that, and now 2 kids are not going to get on their flight.
Pre 9/11 airlines are real something.
Yep. You gotta love no verification, just like, oh, we're looking for 2 children. These 2 children here must be our children.
Yep.
Put them on the plane.
This is how Home Alone 2 also happens.
This is like a very dark alternate version of Home Alone. Instead of just being left by accident by his parents have been taken hostage, and now he's flying on a plane by himself.
Well, not by himself. He's got a friend.
He has a friend who looks younger than he is.
Why, you're crying. Is something wrong?
Yes, we were abducted by you.
Accidentally abducted these children, she didn't know.
I'm scared.
Oh, she looks so sad. Oh, no!
Right, is everyone here?
Yeah!
Terrific! Let's take off.
No, attendance?
She didn't do a roll call or a head count or anything? I trust the 6-year-olds to tell me if somebody's missing. They wouldn't lie to me.
Anyway, the plane trip hasn't hurt your appetite.
I could complain about the continuity, but it's food continuity and their children, so there was gonna be bad continuity. The music in this movie is kind of all over the place as far as like genre.
Yeah, but it's still very 80s.
Oh yeah.
I think for a brief moment I believed in Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And then my mom, for Christmas dinner, family dinner one time, dressed up as Santa Claus. And then you instantly stop believing in Santa Claus the moment a middle-aged Asian woman comes down dressed as Santa Claus.
They did get a lot of snow in France.
They can.
Wow, it's fabulous.
The extras had to walk up and down those stairs so many times.
Or maybe not, depending on the budget of this movie.
Depending on the budget, they're
they just like, we gotta move the schedule. The 80s just like, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I got these grips complaining about when's lunch.
They're all threatening to call the union.
If this was shot Union.
Yeah. Was it union or was it just like newspaper ads, like help wanted?
Please.
Please be able to hold the camera. It's really eerie how they don't use background music at all. This was also a thing in Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny and Santa versus the Devil. They just like don't have the extra budget, so like they don't, and it just leaves this really empty space.
Teacher told us he lives right near Ravana and me in a little village in the middle of the forest.
They're not using doubles at all. They're just like, hey kids, go climb in the snow.
And now the kids have landed in the airport and they're gonna go find Santa Claus.
We find the forest and then it's easy. His house is right in the middle.
So this must be Santa lore specific to France, right?
I have no idea, man.
See, tell us if you're French, like if this is lore that Santa lives in. Where did they take a plane to?
Ogreland?
Did they say But
no,
they
no,
said
I'm
like
just,
the
I'm
place.
just joking.
Okay, no, I was like, I know it did say
Shrek's
Overland.
swamp.
Yeah, Shrek comes out. He's like, I am Santa Claus
His
now.
northern cabin swamp, reverse Shrek.
Can you have a swamp in winter, or is it not a swamp anymore?
In the snow? Yeah. I don't...
It's just a snow-covered swamp, I guess.
Wow, they just filmed a lot of B-roll of these trees.
Yeah, they just sent a camera crew out and was just like, get the trees. It feels like they did this because they needed us to pad their runtime, but they also only had so much time with the kids.
Mm-hmm. And they're just like, all right, just record the VO.
Yep.
I'm cold. We're almost there. Come on. We just have to find the middle of the forest.
How far can you walk into the forest? Halfway, because then you're walking out of the forest.
Oh my god!
Pretend we're in the desert. lots of sand.
I don't like sand. It's rough and it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
I had a PA once that in the middle of like early February when we're all freezing cold in this big like cattle call, we couldn't wear like jackets during the scene, so we're all like in t-shirts. And he's like, okay, it's mind over matter, guys. We're just gonna imagine that it's warm. And I'm like, this isn't working. My mind is not that strong.
Wait a minute. We have to figure out which is the right path.
They've already walked through the woods, though.
Does everything in the world have a middle?
It's a good question.
Our teacher said that everything has a beginning and an end. Therefore, there must be a middle.
Wow, this kid is using really good logic.
There has to be a middle, you just don't always know where it is right away. They're sleeping in the snow, like penguins.
Guess they sort of sleep on snow.
You mustn't sleep, Elodie.
But they were both sleeping. Was he not also sleeping?
What are you children doing in the forest at this hour?
Wow.
We found him, guys.
They got him. They, in fact, found him.
It's like a fetch quest in a video game where you don't know what you're doing, so you walk around until one of the NPCs just shows up, and it's just like, this is what you're supposed to be doing.
Quickly climb into my sleigh.
They've been kidnapped twice in the same day.
Come here.
Oh, this is the part that I think I clicked into. Did they just dub over the ah?
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. Wolves are no different from other animals.
First of all, that's not a wolf.
It's a dog.
That is a dog. Second of all, I feel like it's a bad idea to teach children. Yeah, if you just believe the wolves are friendly, they'll be friendly with you. Go play with the wolves.
It just yeeted itself off the sleigh.
Yeah, they got reindeer though. Maybe that's where the budget went. It was reindeer.
Yeah, it was all reindeer.
All the budget went to this sleigh because the sleigh looks pretty alright.
Yeah, that's why this montage is so long.
They built the sleigh. They're like, we're gonna use it.
The animal handler is gonna be like, if you don't use these shots, I'm gonna be real upset.
Go on strike if we don't use the reindeer shots. Look! It's a house! I don't know what he was pointing at.
Look at, more caribou reindeer.
He's a backup sleigh.
Yeah, one is just like, for casual drives.
Yeah, like a convertible, you only want to take the one out on like special occasions.
Show off at like weddings and high school reunions.
We're still on the sleigh.
We're still going. I mean, I understand that like far place to, I guess, the North Pole?
It's very peaceful.
That's nice. This part is a lot...
It looked like they were just phantom children standing off in the shadows.
This part is a lot more wholesome than I thought it was going to be.
Balance out the child soldier part.
There you go. Just a little farther.
Stranger danger wasn't a thing in the 80s that much. Yeah, was it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, you would think that Santa Claus knows every kid and knows where they live. Why would he not just drop them off?
Yeah. Bring them back home.
Is this your house, Santa Claus?
Santa lives in a tiny little cabin. The kid's just like, yeah, they know what a weird day they've had. They've been like, we've been kidnapped twice. All of these shots could be used with different music under it in a horror movie.
Yes, most definitely. Somebody re-edit this movie.
Mind if I reach over you to put this down?
Aw.
Dog!
You go wake them up.
Oh, they threw him! Did you see? You could tell that they just chucked him onto the bed!
Got yoked. Oh, is it like maybe baby wolf?
Maybe. They're like, here's a baby wolf, put it around this child actors.
And this rabbit.
And oh, I didn't even see the rabbit.
Wait. Pera.
Oh, now you remember?
He's like, oh, they're both on the naughty list.
There's so many children these days, the book's not big enough.
We just hit 8 billion in this day and age, so
Yeah.
I hope Santa's like got at least a spreadsheet going on by this point.
Well, he's got a computer, is what he got.
He does have a computer. It's like a library he uses
Yeah.
the Dewey Decimal System.
Asked for a doll for Christmas.
How about Simon Porquier?
This kid wants a doll, and this kid wants his parents to not be hostages of war.
Special note, parents missing in Africa since June.
Special note, just a footnote, by the way.
You're the little boy who wants his parents for Christmas.
This is like, I saw, so if you ever go on like r/writing prompts.
What's politics?
The kid just said, what's politics? I'm gonna get back to that in a second. If you go on r/writing prompt, there's this prompt that came out like I think a couple years ago that was popular where it was like, child asked Santa to stop ISIS. Santa, now on his new mission, sets out to end ISIS. It was just like, oh my god, that's what this movie is.
Yeah, that's what this movie is.
Santa's just like, oh, I'm now going to get involved in war.
ISIS about to get iced.
You're not asking for a Christmas present, you realize that? It's politics.
What's politics?
So we could be here all day, kid.
You'll do it, Santa. I'm sure you will. Me too. We trust you, Santa.
I mean, quite obviously they trust him.
Oh yeah. Well, and he's trustworthy because they'd definitely be dead by now if he wasn't.
These are my very special reindeer for Christmas.
I was trying to guess if he was going to sing that or speak it when I saw the captions come up.
Without the musical notes.
Those poor reindeer. They sure do work hard.
I'm not seeing a single elf so far.
So maybe he makes all of the in this lore.
Although,
no, the elves are the child soldiers.
Well, I think it's France, and I could be wrong, but I think I've heard somewhere that they believe that the lore involves like little mice that like, or like animals that like bring you stuff. So maybe that's why he has so many different animals in this one.
Careful, the snow is slippery.
So they have big like costume store elf ears. Oh, battle music. This is very intense.
Oh, so there's a fairy. There's the fairy.
The fairy princess.
I'm a cotton somewhere, really try.
Oh, the fairy princess is played by the teacher lady, okay. I almost get the feeling that this lady is a very popular singer in France, and they put her here for this
That's
reason.
very possible.
Over here, once a year, we fed rabbits, twists and tears.
Oh, the blue lighting. Cool, it almost made her whole dress look like it changed. I feel like those little tiny Santas are gonna, like, try to kill me as soon as I take my eyes off them. I don't trust the tiny Santa toys.
Avery promised to take me to the Center for Puppetry Museum. Or whatever.
The Atlanta Center for Puppetry Arts, yeah. Well, I'll get some footage.
I'll be there for moral support.
I appreciate you.
Or to record you panicking. I don't know, we'll find out.
What I'm noticing about puppets is that they all have a very old world feel to them. Because I keep like looking at the black thinking that it's going to say, this one's from the 1700s. And then they're like, this one's from 1994. It's a white wolf.
You strike, there's a missing, will you know, Mr. Jones?
Santa's vibing in the back.
Santa is really just dancing like a dad at a picnic.
Yeah, you got dad vibes going on. I'm really concerned because, like, as a kid, I once got my fingers caught in the spokes.
I'm concerned by the needless prosthetics that are on all the kids. I feel like they didn't need to do that to them.
I would like you to meet the two children.
Oh, I already know them.
Good fairies know everybody.
Ah, yes. The logic of Santa Claus.
Don't you think it was pretty naughty of you to go off without telling anyone? Oh, well. Sometimes you have to disobey. Isn't that right, Santa?
So far we've taught children to play with wolves and to disobey adults in their life.
I mean, I guess that's how we got, like, the civil rights movement.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing. It's just a different thing from what kids' movies usually want to teach kids.
That's the kingdom of the ogre.
The ogre?
That's right. They say that he traps children when he finds them in his forest.
Sorry, hold on.
Go back. Run that by me one more time.
You know what he does with them then?
No.
He eats them for dinner.
Okay.
Every ogre eats children. Sure, every ogre eats children.
Sure, every ogre eats children.
This feels like ogre discrimination. Shrek's like, hey, I would never.
Do ogres always eat up all the children they find?
Well, yes, of course they do.
They don't waste food.
Well, yes, of course they do.
She says it so enthusiastically, too.
Your papa and mama, where are they?
In Africa.
Of course, but where in Africa?
Just Africa.
Like every, American white person that's like, oh, Africa is a country. You know, the country of Africa.
Hold on. Did Santa just kiss these kids on the lips?
I don't know how I feel about that.
It could just be on the cheeks. I can't tell.
I can't tell.
I mean,
I know. Just kissed him on the cheek.
I know that it's, like, common to, like, kiss people on both cheeks when you greet them.
Yeah, the kiss on the cheek is fine.
No, please, Santa. It's the 23rd of December, and I still have hundreds of orders to fill.
Hey, that's my birthday. I wasn't born yet.
This year, don't bring me any toys. I've never heard that before. It's amazing.
Never?
Yeah, I feel like during the Great Depression, you might have asked for some food.
World War II has like happened. Like I feel like the whole world has gone through these trying times, and only Santa has been asked for is just toys.
Nobody offered him an egg during these trying times.
You know, the best thing with fairies is that they understand everything at once.
Fairies are that scene from Full Metal Alchemist where he's like, no, it's too much information! It's like all the world information at once.
Destination, Africa.
Destination Africa.
Not like it's a whole continent and
Yeah.
specifics or anything. I've got a bad feeling that this is not really going to represent authentically.
I guess if they amalgamate the entire continent, then
Yeah.
you gotta set our expectations low.
Are they in there?
No.
If it was the first door they looked behind, I would have been genuinely just so confused.
You might have told me I could have worn my summer suit.
Santa has a summer suit?
What does the summer suit look like?
Maybe red linens?
Also, Santa is all-knowing, omnipresent, and he didn't know that he was going to a warmer climate?
Put some energy into it.
Energy? You know how old I am.
How old is he? Depends on the lore. Sometimes it's like the baton gets passed on to different Santas, but they still have longer lifespans. And then sometimes it's just like, Santa's been around since the beginning of space and time.
Like a Time Lord.
Yep. I didn't catch that the fairy princess's name was Mary Ellen. Don't know what I expected her name to be, but it wasn't that.
It's forbidden to go into the ogre's forest.
Still don't know what animal that is.
Oh, I have no idea.
Elodie! No! You mustn't go in the forest!
Yeah, she can hear you from there.
Oh! Elodie!
Oh,
Elodie!
what did he trip on?
Himself?
True.
Saying-
I mean, I trip over flat surfaces.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go back! You go back. I didn't tell you to come.
She's like, I didn't invite you. Okay, so Karen Cheryl plays the teacher / fairy princess. She is a French singer.
Look! There's his axe!
Oh, there's an axe.
Oh no! Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Children with an axe. 6-year-old with an axe.
Whoa!
Oh.
Going for a walk in my forest, huh?
Oh no!
Don't you know it's forbidden to walk in this forest?
Yikes.
Mom, come get me, I'm scared.
It wasn't on purpose. We didn't know it was yours. We were not.
I mean, that's all a lie, but still.
I detest children who cry.
So, all of them? I don't think it's normal if children never cry.
Yeah, they'll need a therapist. I mean,
they'll definitely need a therapist. 3 times they've been kidnapped. 3 times.
3 times. Maybe this is a good one. 3 times the charm.
3rd time's the charm.
Oh, this heat.
Can't he take off his suit?
Where are you going?
Or at least just the top coat.
But where are you going? Come back here. What are you doing?
Oh.
Here. What are you doing?
Oh, that's a real crocodile or alligator. I can never tell the difference.
I think it's a croc. Any Floridians, can you help us?
Santa Claus.
I know he's like walking in shallow water, but it looks like he's walking on water.
Come on in. The water's fine.
She's like, do you see my dress?
The crocodile.
Oh, yeah, a crocker?
So it is a crocodile.
It's been a while since my Stanley years. I can't remember the difference. But I think it has something to do with the head shape.
Come on, hurry.
How did I get into this?
Well, I got you out of it. I turned him into a little bird.
Oh, so that's why they cut away to a bird.
Okay, I'm caught up. You know, this movie really doesn't hold your hand.
Nope, not at all.
I would have been so scared of this as a child.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
If this movie held your hand, then these kids would not have gone missing.
3 times.
I don't know which of you to eat first.
This kid has had the most unfortunate year of any kid's life I can imagine right now.
Gosh.
The boy has nice, fat, rosy cheeks.
Oh, don't shame him while we're here.
My boots! Come on, take them off! Go on, pull!
This is weird.
I don't like it.
This feels illegal.
I don't like it.
All right. Now come back here.
Those are very close. They're gonna catch on fire.
Are you too afraid of me?
Oh, I wonder why. I can't imagine why they'd be afraid.
I don't think you like me very much.
Like, yeah, he's not very good with kids.
If there's anything I hate, it's dirt.
He has a dirt floor.
And then, when it's all clean, that's when I'll eat you.
So they have to clean the house and get everything ready for him to cook and eat them. That's like making somebody dig their own grave.
Santa Claus, wouldn't you be more comfortable if you took off that big heavy jacket?
She was thinking what you were thinking.
Take off my fur jacket simply isn't done. Imagine Santa in shirt sleeves.
But he said he had a warmer suit, like a summer suit.
Guess it must have been like very airy linens.
Maybe.
Oh, look at them. They're so cute.
Budget definitely went to the wildlife. And her outfit.
Yeah.
Because her outfit looks beautifully tailored, his outfit looks like it's a costume store.
Yeah. Mall Santa.
Like, I once got a costume store Santa suit and put my dad in it for Satan Claus when we needed a shot of Santa when we didn't see his face, and I think our Santa suit looked more detailed than that.
All fairies can understand the language of animals.
So she speaks monkey, I guess.
She does.
The mama monkey was asking her husband, "Tell me, is this Christmas Day? Santa Claus has gone bananas."
So they know about Santa Claus in the animal kingdom.
How does he keep so young? Hey, it's true, believe me. He isn't old at all.
He isn't old at all. You know how people talk?
So monkeys are up on Christmas lore.
You mean you talk monkey talk?
Well, she's been doing it for like 5 minutes, Santa. She's got like the all-speak from Odin.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know, but they're opening it.
I chose the right thing.
A box of bananas?
You certainly did.
Box of bananas. I think that monkey is way more interested in the box.
It's like cats.
Yeah.
Everyone likes to eat at Christmas.
I mean, people like to eat in general.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Mary Chrysler.
Keep sliding in my seat. I think I'm just trying to go into the fetal position. I'm just like,
Yeah, my chair is already seated higher than you. And like I'm already taller than you.
The ogre told us that he wouldn't eat us until we finished cleaning the whole house. So if we never finish cleaning it, it means we'll never be eaten.
Ah. Using the big brain logic.
Wow, this kid is very stoic.
Kid is very logical.
Yeah.
Kid's like more logical than I've ever been in
Yeah.
my life.
Gets kidnapped 3 times, still has all this logic. So I guess they're traveling to
Somewhere.
Somewhere, I don't know. Yeah, the
We
budget
get
must.
we get a lot of traveling montages, but we don't really get any actual information.
Yeah, the budget went to the animals and to traveling to, I guess, this part of Africa.
Snow. Incredible. Why doesn't it melt like me?
The way he just said, "Why doesn't it melt like me?" made me think of a puddle of Santa, and that frightened me. I didn't like that. Distressing memes, like posts.
Ah.
The prisoner's in there. Bring the radio here.
So these are the warlords, I guess, with the
I
guns.
guess so, yeah.
I trust your new living quarters are comfortable.
That must be the parents.
You know when you're like in the mood for like a classic Christmas movie and you're like, I'm gonna put on the one with the ruthless warlords.
I have 5 children and 3 wives.
Even warlords have families. That's the message.
As soon as your government agrees to denounce the corrupt forces now in power in my country, you'll go free.
And meanwhile, the kids watching this are like, I just want to see Santa Claus. I don't want to hear about, like, political unrest.
You're right, it's probably not a great representation of Africa.
No. I mean, I don't claim to be an expert.
Any part
but
of it, Africa, yeah, it's probably just a lot of stereotypes.
Probably.
When something's not clean, where does it go?
In the laundry.
I just imagine that guy has, like, a washer and dryer. Like, in the middle of this, he has, like, a G electric.
And don't eat the Tide Pods.
Don't eat the Tide Pods.
Brain.
Oh, this guy is so scary.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're here. At least you're a good boy. I like you.
that's way too sus.
Listen, what do we do?
Let me think for a second.
Also, if Santa is able to do this for this one kid, why can't he just bring about world peace? It leads to the next question, which is why doesn't he? Are there political hostages he just turns a blind eye to?
I guess just the white kids.
Santa Claus! It's Santa Claus!
Nobody's gonna say anything about the fairy. He's just talking about Santa Claus, I guess.
No, they're just like, we don't care about her.
Chief, spies. Enemy spies.
So you were a spy.
I mean, what spy would show up in a bright red Santa suit? I feel like spies are a little bit more covert.
Who are you working for?
Why, I work for everyone.
He's the people's Santa Claus. A toy under every tree.
This man is Santa Claus. He's not lying. I'm not either. 'Cause I'm a fairy.
She really had to put all of her, like, being behind. No, he really is Santa Claus, and I'm
I'm a
a fairy!
But they've got you prisoner, too.
They just put Santa Claus in prison. How many times do you think Santa has been arrested? Like, what's his rap sheet like over the years?
Well, that's what the fairy's for, to just like bamf them out of there.
Yeah.
The magic wand.
What's that?
The magic wand is gone.
Oh, she lost the magic wand.
He could be the real Santa.
Guard, what date is it today?
It's the 23rd of December, General.
He's a day early. That's proof he can't be Santa.
How would I get stuck with a fairy like you? This is incredible.
She saved his life like multiple times, and now he's gonna complain. What has Santa done?
You know that Christmas Eve is tomorrow night?
Yeah, I don't think the toys not getting delivered is the biggest of the problems right now.
Maybe he's not Santa. Okay, but what if he is? But we can't free him all by ourselves. Yes, we can.
This is like that episode of the Twilight Zone where the devil like tricks you into letting him out. It's like, no, it's been a mistake. I'm not really the bad guy. Oh, this is where. They're the child soldiers.
Okay.
Oh no.
I think we'll need a few more hours.
The main kid doesn't even get to go on the main mission. He just gets more sadness.
Come here.
Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! Oh no! Oh no!
Didn't try to eat him whole?
Oh no!
No!
No, don't!
Yeah, I think that's more the voice actor thing.
This is the scariest Christmas movie I think I've ever seen.
What is this? It was a diversion.
Oh, I can't eat that.
You'd better get used to it because you're going to be here for quite a while.
They're fighting like they're an old married couple. Are they married?
I don't know.
Is she Mrs. Claus? I have so many questions.
The soldier just ran at them without shooting or anything, just ran at them.
All of them at once.
Yeah.
They didn't like send out like a couple of guys.
Who let these guns be stolen?
How dare you let these guns be stolen?
I mean, I guess it's valid when there are children around.
Yeah, I get you. It's just funny because it's just like, how dare you allow someone to steal?
Thank you, Santa. Oh, we're free.
They're all just standing around that tree. No one looks
Yeah,
over.
no one sees this bright red suit.
Parents have been in captivity for 6 months, and the mom especially looks more put together than like I've ever looked.
For sure. Also, they're you know, it doesn't matter. I'm thinking too much about this.
The trick is not to think about it.
Hold on to my hand. Are you ready?
Ready.
I think what we're learning is that she should be Santa Claus.
Yeah.
She's done everything. Santa has been but a bystander.
Also, this is supposed to be like the climax, but it sounds very upbeat.
Yeah, the music.
Now she is, maybe she is Mrs. Claus. That looks red.
Yeah.
Are you all here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
He did a head count. The teacher didn't do a head count. At least Santa knew to do a head count.
5 for 2 and feeling very strange.
Oh, more singing.
Song.
They just straight up put a blue gel on top of the lens.
Yeah. You can even see like the
plastic.
Like that's not a starburst. It's just like the plastic.
It's like Little Red Riding Hood.
I wonder if the funding from this movie came from pitching it as a vehicle for this.
For her album?
Like they were like, hey, we could make this into a vehicle for like a big singer, and then that's how they got investors.
It's just an extended music video. An extended album music video promotion.
La 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 la.
Oh, music cut off really quickly.
Yeah.
Like I expected a record scratch.
Well, so Little Red Riding Hood's lost in my woods.
Oh, so she is Red Riding.
She's got some intense go-go boots, though.
Oh, you monster!
He doesn't tie up the fairy princess, he just ties up the defenseless children.
You will make a first-class appetizer.
I don't like anything about this guy.
I mean, I get that he's an ogre, but looks way too humanoid.
Yeah, I kind of forgot for a second that he was supposed to be an ogre.
No, but it's in your own interest to start with me. She's so small, there's hardly anything to eat.
Well, by that logic, she should be... The appetizer should be one of the children, and she should be the main course, but I don't like that logic.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you're right.
Whatever works to get her
Keep them
to
from not
keep
being
them from
eaten.
being
Yeah.
eaten.
After all, you have such good taste.
Kid is way smarter than I was at his age.
That is actually real fire that they are burning by those children, though.
Yeah.
I'm very concerned. Ooh! Damn!
Oh, wow.
That looks like it actually hurt. Hope that actor was okay.
I'm sure it was just like foam.
Probably.
Styrofoam.
Hopefully. Although they did have real fire by the kids. So like...
Yeah, I don't know what the rules were.
You show him else if he makes one move.
You did it, Simon, you did it. At last we're safe, my darlings.
saying bye to all the elves.
2 of them were like, we don't need to say goodbye.
Oh no, they're there. Just hiding behind each other.
Okay.
Yeah, the prosthetics is weird.
Yeah, we get another traveling montage. Oh, the special effects. I feel like this movie would be like a third as long if it weren't for the montages of traveling.
I guess the singing too.
Oh.
No matter what, I'm always with you, even when you don't see me.
With them even when they can't see her. That feels like a threat.
Yeah, a little sus.
You see, on the stroke of midnight, I vanish till the following year.
On the stroke of midnight, she vanishes until the following year. So she just goes through an existential crisis over and over and over again.
Just next to like a 787 or whatever.
Yeah, and no one says anything.
Control tower, this is Bravo Charlie Delta, over.
Except for the pilots.
Yeah, control tower, it's actually Santa Claus. No, I'm not joking.
Whoa, did he just like turn on like the nitro boost? What? Fast and Furious level nitro.
It's like Mario Kart where you're like, I've got the bullet power up.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Where are the parents? How did the parents get
They
home?
drove away in the Jeep.
Oh.
Which I don't know why they didn't just connect them with the parents.
Yeah, you would think they'd be like, hey, we were sent by your children.
And I know where they are.
Because it's at my house.
Yeah.
Like,
At least that's what they thought. Sorry, hold on. They never once cut back to the teacher who must be freaking out at this point.
yeah, no, like she's like having a panic attack, thinking she's gonna get fired, like. Third thing we're teaching children, slide down the chimney. It's not actually dangerous.
Yep.
And they're not siblings, so one of them still needs to be brought home.
Yep.
Whoa!
So he's gonna take them down the chimney every single time. I feel like that would slow down the process.
Yeah. Can you just be like waiting the sled?
Yeah, where are they gonna go? They're on the roof. Like,
You take this, Elodie.
I didn't know that Santa did decorating for me when he showed up.
Into the chimney.
Back up, climb up the chimney, 6-year-olds.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa, what? Does he use wormholes or something?
I have no idea.
I have a long way to go yet.
Still, he's dropping them off. One of them needs to be brought home.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they go to the same school, so they must like be in the same neighborhood.
Goodbye, Santa Claus. Goodbye, Santa.
Sleigh taking off sounded like a TARDIS.
Yeah. So it must be
Time Lord confirmed, yeah.
Yeah, it must be wormholes.
Honestly, Santa being a Time Lord kind of is the only explanation, right? Because that's how he does it all in one night. He just keeps going back. Like, the Christmas tree is like very different from any Christmas tree I've seen. I wish I had one like that because I'm so short I can never reach like the top of the
You
tree.
have to put the star or the angel up.
Yeah, no, I have to have one of the guys do it. Imagine if it ends and he never saw his parents again.
That'd be so depressing. Nice framing.
I was gonna say, that is nice framing with
nice
him in the
framing.
mirror, yeah.
Next to a frame.
The one string of lights didn't go off. The teacher's just moved on with her life. She doesn't seem...
She's like, oh, there they are. Oh, is that the guy who played the ogre?
Maybe. Oh, the teacher, the mean teacher was the ogre. And the good teacher was the fairy. Okay, I didn't catch that one.
Long ago.
I caught her, but not. What is this, her 5th song? She's like, okay, kids, it's not about you, it's about me.
You guys are just here to back me up.
You guys are just backup singers.
I am the main character.
The way she turned around was huge main character energy.
Yeah.
Noel, 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 Noel.
This song sounds like an amalgamation of Christmas songs I've heard before, but they're all a little different.
I mean, it could just be like an English version of a French Christmas carol.
It very well could be. We just need somebody from France to weigh in on this movie.
Can you help us? We're incredibly uncultured.
We don't know anything about Christmas in France. She's a really good singer, though. I can see why they wanted her for that part. He's like, oh, I went to church. I remembered I'm not supposed to hit children. Like, that's nice, dear.
Did you brush your teeth?
She doesn't seem, like, concerned that he was missing at all. Like, even if he brought them back and, like, they weren't missing for that long,
Yeah.
like, she wasn't concerned when, like, he didn't come home from school? Like, she didn't have questions?
Or maybe she's just hiding it.
My parents would be yelling at me, though. If I, like, went missing and then just showed up and was like, oh, I'm here. They'd be like, what?
Maybe it's just like, if she freaks out, then she knows he will freak out, and she
Yeah,
doesn't want him to freak out.
Oh, good night, Grandma. But you know, when Santa Claus
Tell
comes
me
to
all that tomorrow morning.
Well, just like,
Because we
don't talk to me. I know you were missing.
So, like, I didn't miss you at all.
I
Santa also didn't do anything about the warlord.
think he's figured it's not really his place. He's like,
Fair.
you know what? I'll let the UN figure this one out. I got toys to deliver.
He's like, I can save these 2 people. Wait, he heard people go inside, so he ran outside to look back inside.
Maybe courtyard?
Very slow motion. Thanks, Santa, for rescuing my parents from being hostages.
There was a lot of kidnapping in this movie.
There was a lot of kidnapping. Like, if we count all the kidnappings, it's like 5 or 6. And 3 of them happened to those kids specifically. We didn't see him hug his mom. We're just like, fine.
It's just assumed.
It happened off screen.
If you wish for something very hard, your wish will always come true.
So,
That was a film.
I have about 1,000 questions. And the first one is
Whatever could they be?
The first one is still, are you guys okay in France? Is this really like when they say this is a classic film, how sincere are they being? I have questions.
Is it like classic as in like Miracle on 34th Street classic, or is it more classic as in
Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny
Santa
classic?
and the Ice Cream Bunny classic?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be processing this for quite a while.
I feel like we should have pre-watched this. This was so much.
Yeah, maybe, but they get to see us more concerned, I guess. Post-production us can put in any fun tidbits that we find out if we have the capacity for it.
Yeah, well, that was 75 minutes.
That we'll never get back. Just kidding. Well, I'm very glad you're here to do this with me. I don't know how I would have done this alone.
Yeah, I couldn't let you do it alone for the 3rd time.
For the 3rd time. Look, I suffered through 2 versions of Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny and Santa versus
So I guess
the
it's the
Devil.
4th time. I couldn't let you do it a 4th time.
I'll count it as the 3rd. Oh my gosh. I think we should just end it there because I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? It was one of the Christmas movies of all time.
It was definitely one of the Christmas movies of all time. 1984 was a wild year, apparently.
Yeah.
Did this get released in theaters?
I have no idea.
I have so many questions. What was the experience like watching this as a child? Because I feel like I would have been horrified.
The whole kidnapping thing was just...
There were a lot of people with
kidnap-
guns and a lot of kidnapping and ogres that wanted to eat children.
Yeah, it was quite something.
It was not a very warm and fuzzy Christmas movie for a little bit there.
Yeah, I guess the warmest part of it was the singing. It was nice. She has a nice voice.
Yeah, I have nothing else to add. My brain is fried.
Okay, yeah.
Let's leave you guys here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. Everything you do to support this channel means the world to me. If you're new here and you're a fan of nonsense, maybe consider sticking around. I post nonsense all the time. And remember, my name is Avery. That's Anton.
Hi.
I'm a YouTuber if they say so. I'll let you have your own stipulations for YouTubing. Thanks to you guys, this is technically a YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Bye!